Hello and welcome back to part 19 of Elementary Logic series for first year BA LLB students from Mumbai University. In this video, we are going to talk about predication or basically predicate, which we have already spoken about in previous videos. In this video, we are going to basically connect predicate and also talk about copula. Okay, what is predication? Predication refers to the act of affirming or denying something about a subject in a logical proposition. So we have a statement all say S or P. So what are we doing here? This is the subject part. For example, all birds can fly. All. So subject is the bird. The predicate is, what does it refer? It affirms or denies something about a subject in a logical proposition. So it can fly. The birds affirming that birds can fly. So the fly is the predicate. It is a fundamental process in logic where a predicate, what is a predicate now? It is a part of the sentence. It is the part of this sentence that asserts something about the subject. So there's an assertion about flying and is linked to a subject. So this fly is linked to the subject bird by the copula, which is the can or which is the are in this case. So whatever links the subject and the predicate together is the copula. It is established by the copula. The link between the subject and the predicate is established by the copula. Alright, now let's move on to the key components of predication. It's not prediction, it is predication. Alright, subject, the entity. Now you are defining what a subject is. Subject is basically an entity about which something is affirmed or denied. So in this example, lawyers are professionals. Lawyer is the subject, professionals are the predicate, and are is the copula. So what is a predicate? Again, the attribute or property ascribed to the subject. That is, what is being described about the subject is the predicate. Copula. Copula is the connecting element in a proposition that links the subject and the predicate, typically expressed as forms of verb to be. Now, what kind of copulas can we see in different statements? Is, are, was, were. All of these different type of copulas can come in our sentences, and in exams they may ask what is the copula in this particular statement. Okay, lawyers are professionals. Of course, are is the copula. Importance of copula in predication. The copula plays a critical role in logical analysis by linking the subject and the predicate. This is a very simple topic, so I'm going a little faster because we have already covered most of this in the previous videos. So it establishes a relationship between the subject and the predicate in a clear and formal manner. There is an affirmation or a denial by the copula. Are not. Lawyers are. So this is an affirmation. Lawyers are not. Then it is a, sorry, lawyers are not. Then this is a denial. Okay, defining the logical form. By clearly indicating the relationship, the copula helps transform natural language statements into its logical forms. So to convert the natural language into the symbolic logic or logical form, copula helps. Facilitating the classification of propositions. Copula determines whether a proposition is affirmative, negative, universal, or particular. For examples, universal affirmative is all contracts are agreements. Universal negative is no contracts are invalid. Now, We have already covered all of this, so I'm not going to repeat again, so I'll move forward. Examples of predication. Affirmative predication. Judges are impartial. Subject is judge, predicate is impartial, and copula is are. Alright, so now this is which type? This is A type. All judges are, or some judges are impartial, all judges are impartial. But here they have not mentioned, but it is affirmative. It has nothing to do with universality. Alright, negative predication, judges are not biased. So judges, subject, biased, predicate, copula are not. So this is negative. Universal predication. When you get all, it is universal. I'll skip repeating the same thing. Particular predication. Some laws are outdated. This is I proposition. This one was A proposition. Application of predication in legal reasoning. Framing legal arguments. Predication helps lawyers frame precise arguments by affirming or denying specific attributes about subjects. Example: the defendant is liable for damage. Is affirming. Analyzing statutes. Logical predication clarifies the scope of laws by linking subjects, example person or entities, to its predicates, that is rights and duties. Evaluating evidence. By affirming or denying facts, predication helps in drawing logical conclusions from evidence. Alright, what is a predication in logic? So it is an act of affirming or denying something about a subject in a logical proposition. So this definition we'll have to remember. Predication is the act of affirming or denying something about a subject in a logical proposition. What are the components of a predication? Components are subject, then copula, and then predicate. What is the role of copula in predication? It is basically links. So the copula links the subject and the predicate and indicates affirmation or denial in a proposition. Give an example of negative predication. Contracts are not enforceable without consideration. Are not is a negative predication. Alright, next is MCQs. Which element connects the subject and the predicate? We know it's a copula. In the statement, judges are impartial, the copula is are. The proposition some laws are outdated is particular affirmative. Which of the following is an example of affirmative predication? Which of the following is an example of affirmative prediction? Judges are impartial. Contracts are invalid. Would be a negative. This is more of positive. The B one. Alright. The dash links, the copula links the subject and the predicate in a proposition. In the proposition, lawyers are professionals, the subject is lawyer. The copula is the statement. The copula in the statement contracts are not valid is are not is the copula. Negative predication involves the dash predicate about the subject. The negative predication involves denying the predicate about the subject. In logic, the subject of the proposition all laws are just is all laws. In logic, the subject of the proposition is laws. Laws is the subject, all laws. Okay, that's, I think we'll just cover up the true and false quickly. The predicate describes a property or attribute of the subject, yes. The copula is always subject, no. It is a link, it links the predicate, the subject and the predicate. Lawyers are not judges is an example of negative predication, yes, because it states are not. Denying. Universal predication applies to all members of a group, yes. The copulas are in the proposition, the copula are in the proposition judges are impartial indicates negation. No, this indicates affirmation. Negation would be are not. Judges are not impartial. So this completes the final topic of Module 2 from Mumbai University syllabus for the first year BA LLB students. Thank you very much. I'll see you in Module 3. Meanwhile, if you can share, like, subscribe, and specifically share it with your friends so that they can be helped. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.